Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we'll be covering the books that I read during the month of January. So I know the month ended like almost 2 weeks ago, but this video was supposed to go up last week, but life got in the way, so yeah, we're a bit late, but I don't know what else to film, so we're doing this. Now let's get right on to the video. So last month I read 12 books in total, and 5 of those books were by Marisa Mayer. So I read Scarlet, Chris, and Winter, which are the second, third, and fourth book in the main Lunar Chronicles series. Then I read Fairest, that is like a prequel to the series that is mainly about the main villain. And then I read Wires and Nerve, the first and second volumes, which take place after the events of the last book, and mostly follow Aiko, which in the original story is more of a secondary character. So these books are basically about the original fairy tales and all of that, but with a futuristic touch, and they are so much better. In my opinion, they're amazing. It's so creative, and you would think that the princesses like Cinderella or Little Red Riding Hood, Snow White, Rapunzel, they behave like in the original fairy tales, but they also have a futuristic turn, so they're much cooler. And the guys, basically Kay, Captain Thorn, Wolf, and etc., they are so cool as well, and everyone is so brave and so strong in their own way. Winter more with kindness, and Scarlet more with, she's more she has like a fast tongue, and she's stronger physically. And then Crest, she's a bit naive, but she's so smart. And then it's Cinder, that she's more, she doesn't have, she doesn't trust people that easily, but she is also smart because she can fix a lot of things. So I think it's great because you see a diversity of characters, or each and every one of them with their own traits and flaws, but they're all so strong nevertheless. And without one of them, the mission wouldn't have been accomplished. So I love this series. It's really, really good, and I super recommend it, even though I think almost everyone in BookTube has read it already. Now let's move on to the next book. So the next book that I read was What If It's Us by Becky Albertalli and Adam Silvera. So this story, I'll summarize it pretty much. It's about Ben and Adam, and they both meet on the post office in New York because Ben is going to send back to his ex-boyfriend a box full of memories and stuff, and Adam basically follows him there because he had a bit of a crush when they met, and then they found each other again, and that's pretty much it. But it's a cute contemporary novel. I really enjoyed it. Here it's summer, so it was perfect. However, I do have one small problem with it, that it's the climax or the conflict of the story. It was a bit, over dramatic in my opinion. It could have been done a bit better, but I still enjoyed it, so I give it a 4 stars. Now let's move on to the next book. So I also read the Pottermore Presents collection. They're basically 3 books that give you extra content about Harry Potter and the characters and Hogwarts. As you can see, it was a bit of a disappointment. I'm not going to get too into them because I will do a separate video next week talking about the Harry Potter series and my opinion, because I do enjoy it, but you'll see what I mean in next week. Now, the first book and the second book were okay. Some stories were unnecessary and boring, but the third book kills me. Everything that it's on there, you can find it either on Pottermore or in the books. So it didn't make sense. I mean, and the worst part is that you would have stories about cauldrons, okay? The ones used at potions, but not about how the room of requirements was created. So that was a bit boring. I mean, you could find stories about literally anything that you can find in the books or Pottermore, but you couldn't find new interesting things. So that was a bit, I got a bit angry, but it was annoying. So don't worry, next week I will develop more my thoughts. And yeah, now let's move on to other books. So the last two books that I read during the month of January were The Son of Neptune and The Mark of Athena, both by Rick Riordan, and they are the second and third book in the Heroes of Olympus series. I love them. I mean, The Mark of Athena, it's become my favorite of all the Percy Jackson books, including Percy Jackson and the Olympians and the Heroes of Olympus. Everyone knows about these books. However, I'm a bit late to the hype because I didn't start reading until like 2 years ago. So I'm trying to keep up with all the books, that everyone has read. But I love them. I actually already finished the series, so you'll see that's my next wrap-up. But, I mean, they're amazing. I think you learn a lot about mythology, which is not something you would consider important, but it's not something you learn about a lot in school. Well, and not, at least not in my school. So I think it's a really cool thing to know. And then you have different characters, again, with different backstories, and each character is strong in their own way, and without each other, they couldn't complete the quest. So that's what I love about some books, when you have characters with different backgrounds and different strengths and different weaknesses, but you could see how, yes, for example, Percy and Jason might be more powerful than Annabeth and Piper, powers-wise, with the powers that they got from their parents, but they still have their weaknesses, and you could see that if the 7 heroes didn't have one of them, if one of them went missing in the middle of the quest, they couldn't have completed it, because everyone has their own strengths and weaknesses, and each and every one of them is necessary. And I love that, because I don't know, you can see such diversity of characters going together so well. I don't know, I just love that. It's something that is one book trope that I love, when you have a lot of characters with different strengths, not even power, with not powers basically, but strengths in general and weaknesses, and how you could see that they build each other up. Okay? I love that. So yeah, those were the books that I read. So I gave each 5 stars. And now, sorry, that was a bit long and a bit unnecessary, but So yeah, those were the books that I read. So thanks for watching, guys, and thank you so much for the support that I got last week. I am so happy and so motivated to continue with the channel. So yeah, thank you for that. So leave in the comments any book recommendations or any video ideas that you might want to see next. And next week I'm going to talk about the Harry Potter series, J.K. Rowling and Pottermore, because I have a lot to say. And yeah, well, see you next week. Bye!